Hi everyone, it's Angela here from Stampin' Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand. I hope you're well and you've had a good week. I've had a good week. It's been busy as usual, but good busy. And actually, when I say busy, just busy making cards, which is always the best kind of busy. So I just want to make sure I get to see that I'm live. Hopefully it's all going according to plan, that you can see me. I did Google to find out where I can see this, and it said where I would see it, but I can't. Oh dear. So I might have to, somebody must know. Somebody, right, hopefully. I think I've found myself. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get started. I just wanted to share something with you. I've got a special on at the moment, and it is if you make a purchase before the 18th actually, and you go on the if you're one of the first 6, you'll get the kit to make these cards. So and it's using this gorgeous toadstool garden that was a free celebration. So that's card 1, card 2, card 3 and card 4. So when you place an order, I'll put a link to all the details too. But if you place an order over 100 New Zealand dollars before shipping and use my host code by the 17th of March, I'll send out all the kit to make all these cards. So you get the envelopes as well. And I'll just put it out of the way. So you'll get, this is how it will come. I did squeeze that all in there well. So you'll get sheets of the DSP, so there's enough to complete those 4 cards and cover the flap of the envelope. So you get those sheets, and of course I've got the patterns on the back. And you will get a kit. There's a little, and there's some ribbons, some baker's twine and some sequins, and all the bits and pieces to make the cards up. And with these, so you just need to cut these up accordingly, and you get all the instructions. And I'm going to do a Facebook Live, and the Facebook Live is going to be on Saturday the 5th of April, 1 PM New Zealand time. So that's free for anyone to come along. If you wanted, you can just buy the PDF. That's $10. As I said, I'll pop a link. I've got lots. I'm going to be popping in extras, so you won't necessarily get the Sweet Baby XOXO or the thanks, but you'll get a choice, but you will get the wish. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please ask me, but I'll put a link so you can find out all the bits and pieces. So that's that. So tonight I'm going to be using the Delightful Wishes stamp set and dies. I've got some of them around at the moment, so I'm going to be using them. I love this set, and I love this wishing. I think that's really, really lovely. I've used that a little bit, so I'll just show you some that I have made. I made this one and did a reel on that, and that was one from one I'd done previously, which was this one. And you know, sometimes it is just working smarter, not harder, and just I used exactly the same design just to get something slightly different. Oh, hi Chris, nice to have you here. Thanks for coming along. And this was one totally different colour. This is in petal pink. So that, and I just lightly blended a bit more petal pink onto that. So just give you a bit of a variation. And while I've got them here, before I put them away, that was just the card I did last week, and that one. And this was one I did for a hop on Saturday. Same layout, but just with different, those were the different storybook moments. So I'm really pleased with myself. I'm organised for Easter and organised for Father's Day, so that's a good start, isn't it? So pop those away and get started with this set. So I've got a basic white card base and a white layering panel. And what I'm going to do is grab a bit of scrap. Not that I'll necessarily need to use it, but it's just nice to have that bit of extra there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a blended background. I always like a blended background. And this is pretty in pink. But I think this would look good in anything, really. It doesn't really, just as long as you've got a coordinating ribbon, because I'm going to be using a bit of ribbon. I always pat it onto here so I can pick it up from here. So I find if you pat it onto paper, you can't use it. You know, it's gone. So I may as well come back to it. So I'll just come and pick that up now. So just add that on. And actually, this is going to be the area where I'm going to put my die cut, so I can go in straight with the more dark, because it doesn't matter if I do get a blob there, I can cover it up. So we'll just, I need to re-ink that actually, it's a job to be done. So I just want to get a really good amount of ink on that. Just enough to show when I put the flowers. So it should be not too bad. And sometimes it's quite good to have a bit of a turnaround just to get your distribution of ink a little bit more even. And also remember, it will sort of blend into the card as it dries. It sort of does sort of seep into it and blend a bit better. Right, so that's probably enough. And what I did on my original card is I splattered the ink after I'd put the flowers on, but actually they are going to be all white. So I think I want to just put the splatter on now so that I don't. So I've just got, I did say in the instructions to use pretty and pink blends, but I didn't have them. So this is just the dark bubble bath, but any of the pinks would probably be okay. Hopefully no one will notice too much. So just a bit of splatter on the background. I'm not sure if that shows up too well on that, but that's all you need to do. And then I'm going to die cut. I'll bring my big machine in here. Turn off, and I use this mostly for embossing these days, but it is going to be good for getting all these done in one hit. Oh, hi Nicole, nice to have you here. I'll get to see you next week. So we're just over a week away, so that'll be good. Right, so I've got just those branches, and then all these floral pieces, so I'll show you once I get them cut. Just want to layer them up, and the leaf. And that's the beauty, I think, too, of really using a set a lot. You get to know how to use it and what works. Like when I did this one here, it was really good because in no time at all I had worked out where it sat, you know, which petal sat which way, which if you don't use it enough, you don't learn to do that, and it just makes life a bit quicker. Right, get that through. One time should be enough. Just put those down there. So I'm always a white on white. I should learn by now. It's just show up so well on camera, but I just love the clean look that you get. Just get those off there. So get my take pick tool, actually, that's always handy just for poking these out. If you like piecing together, then this is a good card for that. And you don't necessarily have to poke all these out if you don't want to. It does give a bit of a varied look if you don't. But all this time. Right, so get all those back to one side. And then I'm just going to are you looking forward to it? Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Right, so what I want to do is, this is that piece there, and I could have, another thing you could do is put adhesive on this, but I'm not too worried because I sort of like that look where it's not stuck down too rigidly. I like how it sort of can be like it would be in nature, a bit floaty and irregular. So actually that one. And tweezers are good for this, so you don't end up with glue everywhere. This one goes on here. That just sits down the bottom there. This one's pretty easy to line up. Put that on there, and then this one. Just put a few bits of glue around here, and then hopefully I can remember exactly where that goes. It's sort of a bit telltale because that one there I think is like that one there, so yeah, see it just sits exactly into there, and then the others fall into place. But it probably is one of those flowers that wouldn't matter too much. You could get away with popping it on differently. That wee one, we're not really going to see that, but we want it there, so I'll just tuck that on anyway, really. It is. And these, oh, am I missing somehow? I think I'm missing, maybe I didn't do it. I'm missing a leaf one. Oops. Oh, probably won't matter too much. I mustn't have die cut it. I'll have a wee look. Put that one on there. So they just, I guess if you were adding a bit of colour, that would look good too, like I did with that other one, just to get a bit of variation. Let's have a look if I've got the die that I haven't cut. Oh yes, I have. So I'll just quickly whiz that through. Whiz that through. Less haste, more speed, my nanny used to say. Run that through. Oh, hi Jenny, nice to have you here. Thanks for coming along. Facebook are changing things too, and they're not keeping the videos here any longer than 30 days. They used to be further. So I'm going to be downloading them onto YouTube. So if you want to go back, well, I'm not going to go back and do any old ones. It seems a bit of a shame though, going back and doing that from previous ones, but anyway, it's just too time consuming, so I'm just going to do it from last week. I need to upload that one actually. Right, just add some glue to that. So it would be less messy if I had used adhesive sheet. Right, so that's that. Get all these little bits out of the way. And I want to bring in this again. So I'm not going to put the leaves on here. I just want that to be sort of a bit, just sort of hanging out. So I'm just going to put a bit of Stampin' Up here. Just tuck that sort of about there. And then I'm going to just add these in and make it like a little floral arrangement. And not too much, so I can tuck things under if I need to, like I will be with the leaves. So that one there, about sort of here. And I want to get as much, to take up as much room, so I'll spread them out. That makes sense, spread them out as far as I can. Oops. That just tucks under there at the least amount. Pop this leaf. So, you know, oh no, actually I'm going to put this one on. You know, any background would look really good, and it just adds a bit of fun doing a bit of blending. Tuck that. Got glue on there now. Just got my rubber. Just a normal rubber gets that off, which is quite handy. Tuck that in about there. Then that little flower there that is really going to be hidden, but that's okay. We'll just take up some room up here. Just tuck that in, fill that gap in. And then this last leaf here, so simple, not too many die cuts. Tuck that in. Come down about there. So that's my little floral arrangement. And then next I want to pop that onto my card base. You know what I'm like, I like to get these things tidied away before they disappear on my desk. So who else has this set? It was the last set I bought, which I don't know why, and the one I've used the most. So I'll just get that all nicely lined up onto there. And then I want to do a bow, and I'm using this bordered ribbon in the petal, in the Pretty in Pink, and I've already got the other half in the piece I did the other day. I've cut it up the middle, so I just got a piece and I just went snip right up the middle there so that I could get this half piece, because what I find is sometimes it can be a little stiff to work with when it's the whole thickness, but once you cut it down it does just make it a little bit more easy to manage. So I just want to do a loop there and a loop here. It's going to be too long. And this is probably, I don't know about you, but when I tie a bow in the traditional method, I always end up with it not very even. And I find this is the best way to get your loops even. And even tails as well, or nearly. And then just loop that around. Tuck that up the back. I have to try and grab it through actually. Grab it through there. Put my finger in there just to hold it, otherwise it will all come apart, and then just pull. And then I've got my little frayed loops. And then you can sort of faff. And also what I like to do is just put the loops over my finger, and then pull down on these or up. You can sort of try and get them even, which is usually my aim, to get nice even loops. So once that's done, that is just going to sit on there on a glue dot. Now I have got a glue dot. And oh, you're looking at it. Have you made things with it? It's just so pretty. I just love all those die cuts and ideas of layering. And so I'm just going to have that there, and I could tidy it up a little bit if you want, or not have it hanging out so much. It depends if it's too hard when you're sort of trying to get it in the envelope. It's always can be a little bit tricky. So next I'm going to just tidy up, get rid of these bits out of the way. Bring in my piercing mat, a little bit of cardstock. I've got the whole thing. It's You a Happy Birthday because it's got that wishing, but I don't want to. I'm not going to do that on this card, so I'm just going to stamp that. And you know, I have that punch that I use for everything. This wouldn't fit in it. It's just a tad too long. There is a die that goes on this, but I did think that was even a little bit long. So I'm just going to trim it down with this little trimmer. Just down to happy birthday. So want to get it not too close, but not too far away either. Happy medium. The good thing with this is you can get in there and get it quite close. And maybe a little straighter would be good. It will, this cutter just does the tiniest little fractions, which is very handy. Right, that looks pretty good. So that, now I want that to sit up there, and I'm going to get the my little mini, these will work perfectly on here. And this side here, because it really needs about 3 high just to get past that bow. I'll just take the backs off each time. So I'm putting 3 high on here. So I'll do 3 without taking the back off, and then just put a couple down here. There's nothing worse than it getting all lumpy and bumpy. So about like that. I think that just scoots over that knot and that bow perfectly. So this is probably one that's not necessarily going to go in the post, because it might just be a little bit high for that. I don't know about where you live, but here they're very fussy about that sort of thing. They want to charge you more. And now I want to put on some of those little party dots in the pretty and pink. So we've got that all tied in. Scoop that onto here, one down here to anchor it onto that. One up over here, and then one of the small ones. I might take that in about there. And that is my card. So pretty simple. I don't know how it looks. It doesn't look so good on that picture, so I hope it looks better where you're looking at it from. So that's the one where I didn't, so I splattered first. This is the one that I did the other day with a splatter on it, so I don't know if you can really see that. Excuse me. I think I do prefer it with that knot on that. Sometimes I usually find I've put, who does that? You put everything down and then think, oh, I'd rather have not splattered that. So yeah, so that's just another idea. So that's that other one I did the other day. Just to get that one, and then of course that one there. So yeah, I love that set. Looking forward to making lots more. So thanks very much. That's it for me tonight. So remember, if you would like that free toadstool kit, place an order, or if you just like the PDF, yeah, you can purchase that, and I'll pop a link after I'm done. Oh, thanks very much. I'm glad you like it, and thanks for hanging out with me. It was nice to have you here, and I'll be back next week, so we'll see you then. Take care, everyone, and have a great week. Bye.